Good morning, children. I'm Rajesh Gemini for you. Today's chapter is Subject Verb Agreement, and it is 9 July 2020, Thursday. And today's topic is Subject Verb Agreement from Grammar. And today, the notification which we have received in 10th standard, we have received that there are three topics which are deleted from CBSE in grammar. These three topics are, first one is clauses, in fact active passive, then clauses and prepositions. These three topics are not to be taught in this 10th standard, but still I may make videos on these topics also, and you may get knowledge for the same, but they will not be included in your syllabus in your examination. So I just come to this topic now. Today's topic is, again I repeat, subject verb agreement. This topic can also be spoken as subject verb concord. Concord and agreement both are same. To take an example, in this screen you can see that I have a space here which I am using to write it. This example is you can see this sentence which I have typed for you, where I just highlight this and I write one more example here. Now you can see these two sentences and the difference I'll tell you. This is first one is I also highlight these two with red color. Now you can see the difference between these two sentences. First one is I go to the market. Next one is he goes to the market. In this case, you can see the subject here is I, which is highlighted with blue, and you can see in the next sentence the subject is he, it is third person, and I is first person. With I, go is used, which is highlighted go, you can see the cursor here, and with the help of cursor I am showing goes in the next sentence, which is used with the help with this particular pronoun he, or you can say third person he, she, it. This is called subject and this is called verb. They go hand in hand. If I say I goes to market and he go to market, it is wrong. There are so many examples which I have in this document, which you will understand one by one. I come to explain rule number 1. These he, she, common nouns and proper nouns and verb, that is first form of the verb. In the present indefinite tense you can say that with he, she and it, verb takes s or es. If the verb ends with vowel, it takes es. If the verb ends with a consonant like put, it takes s. Otherwise, like go takes es, goes, which I have shown here. Now there are certain examples you can see. A cow eats hay. So cow is singular pronoun, singular noun, and with eats, if we see eats, in fact the root word is eat, it ends with t. T is consonant, so consonant takes only s, not es. Remember that, this s. We have one more. My father does not smoke. So my father does not smoke. Does has the root word do. Do ends with O. So this O is a vowel and ES will be used at the end of this verb, ES. That way you can understand how do we understand the subject verb agreement. This is very important for everyone, my dear students, because sometimes students do a lot of mistakes in speaking, writing, and when they express this language. And I just come to rule number 2 now. The second rule for the concord is the subject, one of the plural nouns, is singular and the verb along with it is also singular. So let's check it out what it is. One of my friends lives in Dehradun. Now dear students, you might do some mistakes in speaking this kind of sentence, and these kind of sentences generally are asked in your competitive examinations, in your real examination, academic examinations, and there you may find difficulty in doing it. For example, I just highlighted and I just ask you to imagine that this particular highlighted lives verb is, for example, it is in bracket with two options like live and lives. Then which verb will you choose? I am writing here. The options are, for example, there is a bracket and it is live oblique lives. And bracket closed. Out of these two options, the students might be asked to fit in it. Now students might say that, sir, this friends is a plural noun and S should not be used here with plurals. It is very true. But my dear children, this particular verb which is lives here, it belongs to one in the beginning. One friend, one of my friends, उन खूब सारे फ्रेंड्स में से एक फ्रेंड जो देहरादून में रहता है, in this case which is already given in Hindi, which I feel that I should not use it, but still I told you in Hindi to make you understand that one of my friends lives in Dehradun. Don't speak this way that one of my friends live in Dehradun. Don't say live, it should be lives. So this is another examination example. I take another example. One of my uncles, one of my aunts, one of my relatives, and I have one of her uncles is a pilot. So it's better to come to the rule number 3. The rule number 3 is, the third rule is that when the subject and the verb are separated by a clause or a long phrase, the verb must agree with the actual subject. We have to identify the actual subject. See actual subject, which I have highlighted. Let's see what is actual subject here. This is the actual subject in this particular example, which I am highlighting with red. The aunt, we should say the aunt who is irritated today is usually very good. Now the aunt is the real actual subject, and who is again, it is a relative pronoun. This relative pronoun is related to aunt, and aunt is irritated today is actually very good. So is an aunt. Aunt is subject, is irritated is the verb, and is the verb. Is the verb here and is the verb here. Is usually very good. And you might also say, sir, is not a verb, it is helping verb. But dear children, I told you that is also can work as a main verb. When I used to tell in the classes that if we talk about Hindi or Sanskrit, we have a word bhav. Bhav means kuch hona. For example, if I say you are a student, he is a boy, he is a student, then where is the verb? His being a student is a verb. He is a student. Being a student is also verb. So is a verb. स्टूडेंट का होना भी एक वर्ब है. होना शो हो रहा है इज से. सो इज acts as main verb. That's why all helping verbs can become main verbs. So dear students, please take care of it. So I have told you this example. I come to rule number 4. Today I have decided to make a shorter video because it helps me to upload it easily on YouTube. So please, if I leave some examples, you will just study them yourself and ask me doubts later on. It is your duty, and I expect that some doubts must come in particular this subject verb agreement. And I'll send you some exercises also which will be unsolved, and that has to be done by you. Alright, I come to rule number 4. The fourth rule says that when a subject is made up of two or more nouns joined with and, the verb to be attached along should be plural. See, when there are two subjects joined with and, then verb becomes plural. We have examples. Sugar and spice are found at the grocery store. Sugar and spice. It becomes plural. That's why we have used are, which is a plural verb. Main verb, not helping verb here. Sugar and spice are found at the grocery store. I come to next one. Rule number 5. This rule states that when two subjects are joined together by as well as with, in addition to, and not, then verb which is attached along with chosen according to the first subject. Remember this particular rule number 5. When these two subjects are joined together by as well as with, in addition to, and not, then the verb attached along is chosen according to the first subject. I have an example. My friend as well as I are going to give, my friends plural, are going to give the practical. In this case, the first subject, my friends, is a plural noun, and here if I highlight this particular verb, it is are. In this case, when as well as is used, we have to use the verb according to the first subject. First subject here it is my friends. Alright, I come and I take another example. Green and not black is a better color. What does it mean? Green is first subject and it is singular, and according to that is used, and the indication here is and not. So take care of these things. Remember in your memory, always use each and everything very carefully. I come to next one, rule number 6. The sixth rule states that the word such as each, every, either, neither, and many, are followed by a singular verb. So take care of this rule also. I come to next one. Rule number 6. This rule states that if two or more subjects in a sentence are joined by words like or, nor, either, or, neither, nor, and not only but also, then the verb is chosen according to the subject nearest to the verb. Remember that. And we have an example. Either he or I am going to face the consequences. So M is nearest to I. You can see the cursor. So according to this rule, M, the verb should be used according to the nearest subject. Nearest subject is I. So this is the rule number 7, and I come to 8. Rule number 7, and there is rule number 8. This rule says that the word none will take a verb according to the sense of the sentence. Let's see the example. None of the students were in the class. The sense is students were plural. That's why were is a plural verb which is used. So this particular topic, remember my dear students, will help you in your future forever in your spoken and written English. Rule number 9 is when distances, I start with this, when distances, weights, amounts represent a single unit or a fixed quantity, they are treated as singular nouns, and the verb attached to it is also used singular. Here it is an example. 500 rupees is not much money these days. So 500 rupees comes out to be plural in fact, but it is connected with much money. Much money is considered to be singular. That's why is used. Much money is. So this reflects with this particular part. 500 rupees is, but subject, real subject is here. 500 rupees is. So they are related to each other where my cursor is going on. I come to rule number 10 and I'll explain only 10 rules, and after that I'll put off this video and I'll put on YouTube to share with you. Let's see the rule number 10. Collective nouns such as group, herd, team are considered to be singular. I take example, a group of workers. So what is the main noun? It is group. Subject is group and verb is was. Group was. Singular noun, singular verb. The committee, singular noun is singular singular verb. So dear children, today I have explained these subject verb agreement, and rest of the rules I feel you will understand by it, and I just stopped recording so that it can be uploaded very